There is always something brewing when it comes to love and hip-hop in Atlanta, and drama and tension are frequently never far behind in the world of reality television. Popular TV actress Erica Dixon's candid reaction to the news that her ex-partner Lil Scrappy is having a fifth kid with his current girlfriend, hairstylist Shakira Hardy Dixon, is among the most recent events in the entertainment world. She initially responded to this news in a live stream, and her straightforward and somewhat cold reaction to a query regarding the situation in the video, which was then posted on TikTok, generated a lot of conversation among her followers and admirers. Regarding the intricacies of Dixon Scrappy's relationship with the other parties, Erica Dixon's first response, "Should I be concerned?" Given that their tumultuous past, filled with highs and lows, has been depicted on screen for years, it is evident that Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy's relationship has been difficult. Their relationship has been complicated due to their ugly separation and co-parenting problems. But the most recent development, Scrappy's revelation of this fifth child, has pushed their history back into the spotlight. Dixon was questioned about Lil Scrappy's relationships during a live webcast. "Am I supposed to care?" asked Dixon sarcastically and with a sneer. Following a brief pause, she softened her tone and said, "Congratulations." Her subsequent remark, "You should feel happy anytime anyone has a baby that's life," appeared to be more of a courteous concession than a genuine congrats. But given the public nature of Dixon's relationship with Scrappy, fans soon started to wonder what her true feelings were. After all, she and Scrappy are parents to a child together, and her views toward his new life partner and child may be rather nuanced due to their complex past. Shakira Hardy, a successful hairstylist, met the rapper during a taping of the reality speed dating show Pick a Side, and the two hit it off at the event. Scrappy recently announced that he would be beginning a new chapter with Shakira Hardy, who is expecting his fifth child. The news of their child came as a shock to many because it marked the beginning of the next chapter in Scrappy's already complicated family life. For those who have been following Lil Scrappy's journey through love and hip-hop, from his past relationships with other women to his relationship with Erica Dixon, Scrappy's personal life has frequently been full of high drama and well-publicized relationships. It's safe to say that his romantic and familial dynamics have been a major theme of his public persona, and the addition of another child only serves to fuel the fire. One fan named Me posted a TikTok video accusing Scrappy of gaslighting Hardy into thinking that the situation was somehow her fault, while other fans took to social media to criticize, saying that Scrappy was trying to make Hardy feel responsible for the pregnancy and that Hardy should reconsider having a child in a situation where Scrappy wasn't fully committed. Fans expressed their opinions on the video, which gained popularity quickly. Given the drama surrounding Scrappy's new relationship and baby announcement, it was not surprising that fans wanted to know Dixon's feelings about it all. Dixon was inundated with questions from her followers during her live video, many of whom seemed interested in learning more about her thoughts on Scrappy's most recent life update. It was evident that some of the remarks had upset her, and when one fan asked if she felt foolish given the circumstances, Dixon, who never backs down from a challenge, replied, "You're the stupid one." When asked if she and Scrappy were dating, Dixon responded, "There was little opportunity for interpretation." Fans who watched the exchange noticed that Dixon's attitude had changed significantly during the live show, and many were quick to point out how the questions triggered her emotional response. One commenter said, "You guys caught the attitude despite her defensive moments." This underscored the tension between Dixon and the fan base, especially those who were pushing her boundaries with provocative questions. "I've been in love with her for our whole relationship, even when we weren't in a relationship," Scrappy said in a podcast interview with Carlos King, leaving many fans confused. Scrappy's revelation that he had always loved Dixon, even when they weren't together, seems to be in line with Dixon's previous statements, in which she made it clear that her relationship with Scrappy was over, officially closing a chapter of her life. Although they have always presented a united front when it comes to their child, Erica Dixon's remarks about moving on and letting go of past relationships reflect the desire for peace and closure. Over the years as co-parents, They have worked through the challenges of raising a child together while also juggling the complexities of their personal lives. Despite the heartache and frustration of the past, Dixon appears focused on her own development and happiness despite the difficulties. Fans are interested to see how this will affect his co-parenting relationship with Dixon and his interactions with the mothers of his other children, and the arrival of his fifth child is expected to have a significant impact on his life. Despite Dixon's claims that she has always loved Scrappy, his actions seem to show that he is moving on with his life. Scrappy's new relationship and impending fatherhood speak to her emotional distance from him at this point in her life, and the fact that she was able to maintain her boundaries and offer a courteous congratulations shows a level of maturity and self-respect. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the popular VH1 series that follows the lives of the music industry, has received more attention than any other reality television program. Family dynamic, the ongoing narrative of their lives, whether it's Dixon's witty social media posts, Scrappy's love confessions, or the arrival of new family members, keeps the industry from running out of entertainment for Erica Dixon, whose message is clear that she's moved on and won't let the past define her. However, one thing is certain, this drama is far from over and will surely continue to captivate fans for years to come. Two celebrities who have become well-known due to the show are Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy, whose turbulent relationship has been chronicled on camera for years, leaving viewers on edge and wanting more. Their journey on the show has been full of drama, love, heartbreak, and reconciliation, but it has also revealed more intimate aspects of their lives, such as the beginning of Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy's relationship. The story of Lil Scrappy's love, which includes their roles as parents, co-parents, and public figures, began when both were pursuing their own careers in the entertainment industry. Lil Scrappy, a rapper and reality TV star, was working on his musical career, and Dixon, a former model and businesswoman, was focused on building a career for herself. The relationship seemed sincere at first, and the two ended up becoming a single mother. Dixon's personal life became a major highlight of the show as she negotiated her relationship with Scrappy, who at the time was still trying to maintain contact with his ex-girlfriend, rapper and reality star Diamond. When Scrappy and Dixon first started dating, their chemistry was clear, and their public affection and playful banter made them a desirable couple on and off screen. As their relationship progressed on reality TV, Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy's intermittent romance soon became a major plot point, drawing in a lot of viewers who hoped that Scrappy and Dixon would be able to work out their differences and find long-term happiness together. Instead, they experienced a string of breakups, makeup changes, and public arguments that would dominate the show's plot for seasons. Fans witnessed the highs and lows of the relationship throughout the seasons, including their attempts to resolve their issues of trust, infidelity, and jealousy, as well as their tender moments and painful confrontations. One of the most traumatic moments was when Scrappy was involved in a love triangle with Dixon and Diamond, which resulted in painful confrontations and a broken trust. Dixon's infidelity devastated Dixon's partner for years, and Scrappy's commitment issues were a constant source of tension in a couple that couldn't seem to get it right, particularly when it was revealed that he had an affair during their relationship. He struggled with his feelings for Dixon and his past relationships, particularly with his mother, Mama D, whose intrusive involvement in his personal life frequently caused friction in his romantic relationships. Her actions and influence were captured on camera, and viewers found that Scrappy's decisions regarding Dixon were strongly influenced by Mama D's opinions. At one point, Scrappy even acknowledged that his mother's opinions had influenced his judgment in the relationship, adding even more complexity to their dynamic despite their frequent breakups. The inability to commit to Dixon was one of the main points of contention. This back-and-forth relationship kept fans interested in their passionate connection every time they parted ways. Despite their personal disagreements, Dixon and Scrappy hoped that Scrappy would eventually prove himself worthy of Dixon's heart as they maintained a loving environment for their daughter Amani. Despite their rocky romantic relationship, One of the few constants in it was their commitment to co-parenting their daughter. A recurring theme in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was this dedication to their child, and Scrappy in particular was frequently portrayed as attempting to balance his career, his relationship with Dixon, and his role as a father. However, his actions, such as his brief relationships with other women, often demonstrated his struggles with responsibility. Dixon was more concerned with the welfare of her daughter and the challenges of co-parenting than with Bambi, who often caused drama. Dixon's strong and independent personality contrasted with Scrappy's often immature behavior, making her one of the most admired and respected cast members. However, Dixon was not immune to drama. Her past relationships, including a brief engagement to Love and hip-hop star Lil Scrappy's best friend, also played out on screen, leaving fans wondering whether she was ready to move on from Scrappy permanently. The role of Mama D is the quintessential drama in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as Scrappy's mother. As she navigated her own personal growth, she was constantly tested by new romantic entanglements and emotional baggage. Scrappy's relationship with his ex-girlfriend Diamond was a frequent topic of conversation on the show, which fueled the fire. However, Dixon refused to allow Mama D to dictate the terms of her relationship with Scrappy, and Dixon's tough exterior and no-nonsense attitude were what kept her going throughout their relationship. Mama D became a mainstay of the show, contributing both humor and drama, and her intrusive involvement in Scrappy's romantic life often placed her at the center of the drama. Mama D was an overprotective mother who appeared to want what was best for her son, but she frequently alienated the women he was involved with in the process. Our relationship with Dixon and Scrappy also provided the producers with new material for the show's final installment, After Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Moving On. Despite the emotional roller coaster that has been the relationship between Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy, Mama D's influence extended beyond the screen as her dramatic and frequently outraged behavior became a defining feature of the show. Whether it was her ongoing struggle for Scrappy's attention, her feuds with Dixon, or her penchant for drama, Mama D became a fan favorite. The story of Scrappy's life after Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been marked by his maturing career and personal development, despite the fact that he has continued to face challenges in his relationships, such as his marriage to Bambi. Dixon, in particular, has used her time on the show as a platform to build a brand and expand her career. She is known for her beauty, intelligence, and entrepreneurial spirit. Dixon became an inspiration to many fans who saw her as a symbol of tenacity and strength for Scrappy. The impact of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on Dixon and Scrappy cannot be overstated. After all, the show provided them with a platform to express their emotions, navigate their personal struggles, and ultimately move on from each other. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, their journey continues to captivate fans who have watched their love story unfold from passionate moments to painful breakups, the conclusion of a legacy of drama, growth, and resilience. As a father of multiple children, his story is one of growth and learning from past mistakes. One of the most iconic stories in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's history is that of Dixon and Scrappy, who have given fans countless moments of drama, love, heartbreak, redemption, and the roller coaster co-parenting journey. Despite their breakup, Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy's legacy lives on in the world of reality television, where they have become symbols of the challenges and triumphs of navigating love and life in the public eye. Their ongoing story serves as a reminder that drama and personal growth go hand in hand in the world of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Lil Scrappy, one of Atlanta's most well-known love hip-hop artists, has never held back when discussing his personal struggles, and few things were more devastating than learning that his ex-wife Bambi was expecting a child with her new partner. The show has chronicled his journey through love, heartbreak, and family strife, and at that very moment, he was going through real, unadulterated suffering. This was the tragic reality of a man trying to control his emotions, and it wasn't just a TV story. Bambi and Lil Scrappy's relationship was anything but simple. It was a roller coaster of passion, arguments, and moments of uncertainty despite their obvious compatibility. As anyone who watches Love and Hip Hop knows, Lil Scrappy doesn't let go of things easily, and his dreams of a future as a family remain deeply ingrained in his heart after their split. Conflicting goals, disagreements, and infidelity led to what seemed to be an inevitable breakup because of the deep-seated pain of ending their relationship. Scrappy and Bambi tried to maintain a cordial co-parenting relationship for the benefit of their children, and occasionally they were successful in doing so. At a pivotal point, Lil Scrappy discovered something that would forever alter his view of their relationship. The woman he had once vowed to love and cherish was expecting a child with her new partner. Despite his internal conflicts, Scrappy tried to respect her choices because he was still hurt by their breakup and found it hard to believe that Bambi had moved on. After all, they had shared a life, a family, and a bond that was difficult to break, so it was nearly impossible for him to imagine her with someone else. What was supposed to be just another scripted confrontation quickly escalated into a fiery clash that would leave the cast and audience shocked. The day began like any other, and the crew had prepared for another round of chaotic filming with multiple storylines. During that time, the intensity of his emotions was evident, and the atmosphere on the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta set was electric, charged with the kind of tension that only reality TV could bring. No one, not even the experienced crew, could have predicted the raw intensity that would unfold when Scrappy and Chaotic were thrown into the same scene. It was a different kind of day for Scrappy, who had been under a lot of personal pressure lately, dealing with relationship drama, family issues, and the constant spotlight of the show, all of which had been pushing him to the limit. Chaos made Scrappy anxious today, not just stress. The aggressive newcomer, known for his sharp tongue and even sharper attitude, had no problem picking fights, especially if it meant getting attention. Scrappy wasn't impressed by Chaotic antics after years in the spotlight, but there was something about the way. The scene started innocently enough, with the producers setting up a confrontation between the two men, mistaking it for just another round of verbal sparring. But as soon as the cameras rolled, Chaotic went on the offensive, his voice dripping with resentment. The tension between the two men had been building for weeks, with Chaotic subtly undermining Scrappy's reputation by making fun of his past relationships and his position within the Love and Hip Hop circle. Scrappy had tried to ignore it, but today he couldn't handle it any longer. You've been on this show for how long, and you still don't know how to handle your business? Haha, Chaotic's words were like daggers pointed at Scrappy's pride, and his smirk only made it worse. Scrappy wasn't used to conflict, but this time, Chaotic wasn't just talking about his personal life or relationships. He was attacking his very credibility and identity on the show, and Scrappy wasn't willing to let that slip. His PI was starting to lose his temper, and Scrappy's jaw was clenched. "Watch my mouth," Scrappy said. "You're not built like you used to be, Scrappy. You're just another washed-up dude pretending to be relevant." His words sliced through the tension in the room like a blade, and then, in one swift motion, Scrappy's hand shot out, delivering a sharp slap across Chaos's face. The sound of the impact reverberated throughout the set, causing the crew to gasp in unison as his head snapped to the side. Scrappy's voice was low but full of warnings, but he didn't back down, so he pushed harder. He growled, his fists clenched, his body tense with rage, and Scrappy stood his ground, his chest heaving with the adrenaline rush, his eyes burning with anger as he lunged towards Scrappy, pushing past the security team who rushed to intervene. There was no turning back now that the slap had started a fire that neither man seemed willing to put out. He looked shocked for a moment, but quickly recovered his composure. Thick with venom, now you see what happens when you don't know how to shut it. The two men squared off while still under security restraint, and the cast and crew scattered throughout the scene, watching in stunned silence, broken only by muffled shouts and harsh breathing, suggesting that this was about respect for two men who had reached a breaking point and were too proud to back down. The producers promptly called for a break after realizing that the situation had gotten much worse than they had intended, and the crew rushed to separate the men, pulling them in opposite directions and trying to de-escalate the situation.